As a professional footballer, Michael Conroy knows the highs and lows of being in and out of work better than most. Having played for several big-name clubs across Scotland and England, Conroy has had to deal with injuries, transfers and other issues constantly threatening the career of a top-flight footballer. After moving from Scotland to play with the VFA team Carlton, Conroy's 20-year career came to an end in the 2000-2001 season when he retired. Today, the Glasgow native works at Mizuno in Melbourne's southeast, however maintains strong ties to the game he loves as senior coach of Glen Waverley in the Victoria's Amateur Soccer League.
Because when you've got somebody that's played at the level that he's played at, the wealth of experience that he can pass on to the players is just beyond question, really. There wouldn't be many points during a game of football where the decision has to be made by a player that Michael wouldn't have experienced previously, and he's able then to help the players come to terms with the decisions that they make. If they make a wrong decision on the pitch, Michael's very quick to identify what that is and be able to correct the issue.
Now living in Listerfield with his wife Sarah and two daughters, Michael speaks openly with seemingly little regret about his transfer from England to Australia to play the game he loves.
The club went bankrupt after one full season, so the club just basically ran out of money, and that was it, and end of. I knew that I was getting into my mid-30s, so I was getting close to the time where retirement was looming pretty close. You generally find that when you're a sportsman, the game gives you up rather than you giving the game up, because no one wants to stop playing, but there comes to a stage in your life that you get too old to play, and so I don't think retirement is something that you want to take. It's part of your life, what you're going to do afterwards, and being here in Australia where you don't have the full-time coaching academies that you have in England now, I had to look into something else, which was pretty difficult, to be honest with you. Due to the fact that I'd been a professional footballer, that helped me in one respect, is that I was asked to actually go down and coach a local team here in Melbourne, Australia, over in Doncaster, and the chap who asked me to do it actually promised me a full-time job at the same time. So it's something that, although I wasn't qualified to make sales at the time, due to the fact that I'd been a professional footballer for so long, it opened doors for me, whereas it might not have happened as easily as what it did hadn't I been a professional footballer for so long.
It was a big adjustment. I think he's complacent working at Mizuno, but he would always choose football. If a job came up in football, that would always be his number one commitment.
In regards to being in and out of work, Michael has successfully made the transition while staying connected to the game that was such a big part of his life for over 20 years and his first true profession.